Hi and welcome to our official strategy guide for Fieldrunners 2, courtesy of gamerguides.com. My name is Andrew Mills, author of that strategy guide, and today we're taking a look at Clonehenge on heroic difficulty for the 3 stars. Now this is a sudden death map, so we kind of can't control them enemies leaving the map. But what we do have to do is hit 1000 enemies before that actually happens. We're only going to use 3 towers today: the Gatling gun, the oil slick, and the spark tower, just to show you that you don't need any super advanced towers to do this properly. First thing we're going to do is, because the attacks are coming into the center of the map, we're creating effectively a bottleneck for the runners to go into. Now you really want to upgrade the towers that we've got maximum as soon as possible, and then you will get to the point, as we pause, we can now buy our first spark tower. These are the key to doing this map in heroic properly, is using the spark towers. They're pretty much near essential, and they will crank the combos out like nothing normal. The key here, as you've seen, is to get as many spark towers around the front as soon as you can. Another key thing that we're going to start doing shortly as well, when we get a bit more money, is we're going to cover the back end of the map. There will be some leaks that will come through, and preempting this in advance with some fully powered up regular turrets will make the world of difference. Makes a massive difference. Your main central spark in the middle of the map on the far left is going to be your key one, and that's the one you're going to want to upgrade first out of all the spark towers. But as you see, we start positioning some more towers near the back end. There will be some helicopters that will actually come through. They'll make it through the front end of the defenses, and there will be some runners eventually coming down that top path as well. We're just being a little bit preemptive. We know what's going to happen, so we cover ourselves in the meantime. With the back end defense all sorted, we refocus our attentions again back on the front end and upgrading all the spark towers. As you can see, I'm just keeping an eye on, pausing every so often, making sure I'm upgrading as soon as physically possible, always keeping an eye on my money. You're not penalised for pausing in sudden death mode, unlike time trial, so make use of it, it's fine. With the spark towers in place, you'll soon start to see your combos cranking out the door, and this is exactly what you want. There we go, loads of combos all over the place. The airstrike's getting ready to be filled, the money's filling up really fast, so we're upgrading all our spark towers as a matter of priority, because they will deal the greatest damage even as they're just coming out the door. We've got enough gun towers at the back to cover, so that's not a massive concern at the minute. There we go, combo crazy, it's going nuts, and we're getting lots and lots of money. So we're strategically now placing some spark towers in place of where the gun turret was, just to make sure that we've got enough damage to cover ourselves should anybody happen to leak on the way through. Now what you will find is that one of the original strategies we did have was actually using a oil tower near the top and bottom spark towers of the central grass section. We actually adapted that, and what you'll see in this video is we actually only end up using the spark tower and the Gatling gun tower. There we go, where I've just placed those 2 spark towers. That's originally where we were placing our oil towers, and that will work as well. That strategy does work, but I quite like to I thought, let's go for a little bit of extra damage here, and it certainly seems to be paying dividends, because as you can tell from the path, most of them are going to get channeled through that central reservation where all the spark towers are going to be. But we've covered our outside elements from the helicopters and everything else. Now we do preempt the leak that we're going to get here, so we cover ourselves by upgrading as many of the back end guns and towers as we can. So far, not a single leak, and everything's going according to plan. Like before, keep the focus on upgrading the spark towers to level 3, where they're going to deal by far the greatest amount of damage. Okay, so we realized there was a leak there. Not a problem, we kept the airstrike and reservation. Nearly got our total now. We've got plenty of cash now to play with. So we make sure we get our final few upgrades in there just to make sure that we cover ourselves. And we start dropping down a few more gun towers as well, just to cover ourselves on those paths. Just do a little bit of upgrading with the money that we've got. And we're almost there, bingo! And there, you've done it. It doesn't matter how many people get through now, you've done it, heroic, 3 stars. It's as simple as that, no fancy towers, in fact you only really need 2, and no items, and the job is done. We hope you found that to be helpful, and don't forget you can find other Fieldrunner 2 strategy guides and videos at gamerguides.com. We look forward to seeing you there, and don't forget you can provide comments and feedbacks on our Twitter feed at gamerguides. Thanks very much, we look forward to seeing you soon.